Oh, don't mind me. I'm just practicing my silly faces. Look at this. Oh, that's a really good one. Can you make silly faces? Go on, pull a funny face. The sillier the better. Go on. Brilliant! That was a very funny face. And all of our funny, silly faces have given me a great idea. Let's make something. Make a funny face of your own, like this great gargoyle that you can stick on your wall or bedroom door. Let's make it. We'll need some things from the doodle drawers. A paper plate and an old newspaper. Some scraps of cardboard, some gloopy PVA glue and some sticky tape. And some paint. Whoa! Now we also need some play sand, which you can find in a toy shop. I'll be back in a tick. I've got it. Here it is, our play sand. Now, take a look at this gargoyle. A gargoyle is a funny creature made out of stone that you might find on the front of an old building. Now, to make one, you need to start with its mouth. And for that, we need a sheet of newspaper, and we're going to roll it up like this. Then we're going to give it a little twist and stick it together with sticky tape. Now we're going to bend it around into a loop shape and stick this together with more tape. And then give it a squeeze into a mouth shape. Now we need to bring in our paper plate and turn it upside down because this is going to be the face. So let's put on our mouth and stick it into position. Great! Now to make a nose, we get another piece of newspaper and scrunch it up into a sort of pear shape. Tape it together and then stick it in the middle of the face. Now we can roll up 2 small balls of newspaper for nostrils. And then we can tape them either side of the nose. Now for the eyes, use half a sheet of paper to make thinner twists. Let's roll it up. And again, we can use some sticky tape to hold it in position. Now we can loop it round. Now you can always tear off a bit of the loop to make your eye smaller and then stick it together. And now I'm going to put it here next to the nose. Now of course we need a pupil in the middle. For that we need to scrunch up a ball from a smaller piece of newspaper. That's going to go in the middle of the eye shape and then do the same on the other side. He looks very silly, doesn't he? And now we can add some extra detail by cutting out some cardboard squares for gargoyle teeth, maybe some cardboard triangles for ears. Be careful though, because scissors are sharp. Oh, here are my scissors. Here's my cardboard. Start with the teeth. Now, cutting cardboard can be a bit fiddly, so it might be a good idea to ask an adult to help you. Then you can place them onto your gargoyle face and do the same with 2 cardboard ears and stick it all down. Great! Now comes the messy bit. Put your gargoyle on an old tray. There we go. Now we're going to cover the whole thing in a layer of gloopy glue. OK, now we need to be quick about this because we don't want the glue to dry. We're going to sprinkle play sand all over it. Then shake off the extra sand and leave it to dry. Now you can paint it a nice stony grey colour, add some white highlights and use black paint for the darker details. And there it is, your very own funny gargoyle. And you can make lots of different gargoyle faces. This one's got big ears and extra green paint to look like there's moss growing on it. Or how about making a big gargoyle with a sticking out tongue? All of them are brilliant, funny faces.
Excuse me. Well, I think you've got a very funny face too, Mr. Maker.
Oh, well, thank you very much. You're too kind. Here's what we're going to make today. It's a pop-up card, which is a card with a surprise in the middle. It's a funny clown. Now, to make a pop-up card, you will need a pen, some card, a strip of paper, and some glue. Now, do you think it's possible to make a pop-up card in just a minute?
No way!
Really? Let's find out. I'll have to be very quick. But don't worry, I'll remind you how to do it at the end. Are you ready? Let's make it in a minute.
Start the clock!
Let's go. First thing to do is get our card and fold that in half and then start drawing our clown. Circle for his head and then a big nose in the middle. Big red nose. Some eyes.
Hurry up!
I'm going as fast as I can. There we go. Let's give him a hat. And some hair. And some ears as well. There we go. Right, now, get the strip of paper and start folding. Over one way and then over the other way. Back and forth, a bit like a fan. There we go, like that. Like that. It's a bit fiddly, this bit. There we go. Right, now if I get some glue, put some glue on that side and stick it down there, and then put some glue on that side, I am done!
Time!
Thanks, Toki. What an unusual way of making a great card. And if you've got more than a minute, why not try other designs, like this cupcake? Oh, it looks delicious, doesn't it? With a cherry on top. Oh, how about a ballerina? With a great paper skirt. Pop-up cards made in a minute. Why don't you try it? And here's a reminder of how to do it.
Let's go back to the beginning and take another look. Fold your card in half and draw a picture. Take a strip of paper and fold it lots of times, a bit like a fan. Glue along both edges of the fan shape and stick it next to the fold in the card like this. Close the card and press it together to make a pop-up card.
Try making it in a minute.
This fantastic tropical picture was made using just 2 pieces of cardboard. It's very easy, but looks so good you'll be able to frame it. You'll need a long piece of cardboard and a short piece of cardboard with some black, white and yellow paint. To make your tropical picture, start by dipping the long edge of a piece of cardboard into some black paint. Now use the card to paint with to build up your picture. Why not start by painting some grass? And a tree. This is going to be a palm tree. Make the trunk with the short side of the cardboard. You can twist the paint with the card to make different textures in the paint. Palm trees have lots of spiny branches. Use the long side of the card to make the middle and the short side to make the leaves. Doesn't that look great already? Now, to finish off your picture, why not use the short edge of another clean piece of card to make a circle like this? Some yellow and some white. There we go. It's the sun. And you could even highlight some of the grass and the leaves with the yellowy white paint. See? You don't need any brushes at all to create art. All you need is an old bit of card. Why don't you have a go?
What a great way of making a really clever picture. Now all that's left to do is frame it.
And next, a messy picture.
What do you think of my cardboard building? It's great, isn't it? Yeah, and it's made up completely of old cardboard boxes. The best thing about it is that it can be anything I want it to be. Hello there, I am King Maker, and this is my cardboard castle. You see, you can make boxes into anything if you just use a little imagination. In fact, that's given me a great idea. Let's try something. Try making a brilliant box street using all sorts of boxes and empty packets. Let's make it! We'll need some things from the doodle drawers. Empty boxes and packets. Some cardboard, some paper and some sticky tape. Some paint. A black felt tip pen, some tissue paper, and some gloopy PVA glue. Gloopy! Whoa! Now look at this box street picture. It looks great, doesn't it? And to make it, you need to start arranging your empty packets and cardboard boxes onto your piece of cardboard. Now line them up along the bottom of the cardboard like this. You can put them in whatever order you like, but it's a good idea to put a small box next to a bigger one. You can even add a pointy roof like this, maybe on top of one of your tall buildings. And for that, we need to cut out a circle. Now, a good way of doing this is to draw around a bowl. Here we are, a perfect circle. Now we need to cut this out, but be careful, scissors are sharp. There, a circle. Now we need to make a snip along here up to the middle of our circle. This will help us bend it into a cone shape. Let's stick it together with a bit of sticky tape. Now, this is a bit tricky, so you might want to ask an adult to help you. There, a lovely cone. And we can use this as a nice roof on top of one of our buildings. When you're happy with the positions of everything, stick it all down with gloopy glue. Then cover the boxes and the background with a layer of gloopy glue and torn up pieces of tissue paper. When it's dry, you're ready to paint your box buildings. You can choose whatever colours you like, but it looks good if the buildings are painted different colours. And don't forget to paint the sky as well. When it's all dry, it'll look something like this. And look, you can even paint a sun in the sky if you want to. Now let's add extra detail by painting on windows and doors. Then add some details with a black pen. When it's finished, it looks like this. What a great effect! You can turn your boxes into anything. It's up to you. How about doing a nighttime box street with the moon and stars in a dark blue sky? Or how about this really big one? It's a whole street made out of big boxes and tubes. What a great effect! Let's take a closer look. Cardboard boxes are great! They're really useful and you can make your picture as big or as small as you like. Ooh, that was fun. What on earth? What's going on? A steam train! Oh. This gives me an idea. A fantastic steam train made out of an empty crisp tube and some cardboard boxes. And you can keep your pens and pencils inside it. Let's make it! We'll need some things from the doodle drawers. An empty cardboard crisp tube and its lid. 2 old toothpaste boxes. An empty tea or coffee box. A piece of cardboard like this. Some sticky white PVA glue. Some paint. Some smelly socks. No, we don't want those. And some lids. Oh. Now, to make your steam train pencil holder, like this one here, get your 2 toothpaste boxes and put them together like this. Then get your crisp tube and very carefully place it on top. Stay. That's it. Now let's get the other box and put that towards the back and put the piece of cardboard on top of that. There. Now, making sure that the open end of the tube is at this end, we can glue it all together. Now it's all dry, but our train needs wheels. Ooh, these lids look good. Nice. Let's stick 3 along the bottom like this. Something's missing. Oh. Oh, wrong drawer. Wrong drawer again? That's what we need. A flat lid to make a whistle and a tall lid to make a chimney. Oh, that's better. Now, let's stick our tall lid to the front of the train and our flat lid to the back of the train. Now you can paint your train any colour you want. You could use green for the tank. This is fantastic. Take a look. I've done red for the roof, the whistle and the chimney, and I've painted the bottom part of the train black. Now we can add a few finishing touches with a black felt tip pen. Look, you can add a window, some nuts and bolts, and even some spokes to the wheels. And what's more, it's great for keeping your pens and pencils in. Look. Right, all aboard!
Minute make
Oh,
time.
great! It's minute make time. Come on! And here's what we're going to make today. A slot plane. Sorry, I was being a bit silly there, wasn't I? Or some might say, plain silly. No? OK, well, to make a slot plane, you will need a pair of scissors, a glue stick, a black pen, a triangle of white card, a sausage shape of white card and a large rectangle of white card. Now, do you think it's possible to make this in just 1 minute?
No way.
Oh, I see. Well, I think I can do it, but I will have to be very quick. Don't worry, though, I'll remind you how to do it at the end. Let's make it in a minute.
Stop the clock.
Let's go! Let's get our triangle and our sausage shape of white card. And if we glue the triangle on the end, that will make a good fin for our aeroplane. There we go. Now I'm going to turn it over and fold it in half like that, and then make a snip very carefully along this folded edge. That's going to make a slot. Now if we open that up, we can make ourselves a wing by drawing a wing shape on this rectangular piece of card there. Now I'm going to get a pair of scissors and cut this wing shape out very carefully.
Be careful.
I'm being careful, Tocky, don't you worry. There comes the wing. There we go. Right, now, hopefully, our wing will slot into our plane. Let's have a look. Yes, it does. That looks great. OK, now I'm going to get my black pen and draw on a window at the front, and then windows all the way along. There's one there, one there, one there, and one there. I've done it!
Stop the clock.
Phew! That was close. But if you've got more than a minute, you can always tape on a piece of string and ask someone to hang it up for you. Hee-hee! Plus, there are lots of other designs that you can try too. What about a stunt plane made with red card and a pointy body? Or even a cartoon-style jet with a big round body and short round wings. Slot planes, made in a minute. Why don't you try it? Here's a reminder of how to do it. Let's go back to the beginning and take another look. To make a slot plane, glue the triangle to one end of the oval card. Draw a wing shape on the bottom edge of your card and cut it out. Fold the plane in half. Make a small snip and slot the wings through the middle. Draw windows at the front and down the sides of your slot plane. And then ask someone to hang it up. Why don't you try and make it in a minute? Now, take a look at this. This underwater picture is very effective, and you don't even need a paintbrush to make it. What's more, it looks so good, you'll be able to frame it. You will need white paper, card, strips of blue and green tissue paper, some water, sponges, black paint, scissors, a pen, a pencil, and some modelling clay. Start by wetting the white paper with a sponge. Then lay blue and green tissue paper strips across the paper all the way to the bottom, like this. Now wet the tissue paper with a sponge and then put it to one side. Take a piece of card and use a pen to draw the outline of an underwater creature. This is going to be a shark with a pointy nose, two fins and a tail. Then pierce a hole in the card using a pencil and some modelling clay. Use the hole to help you carefully cut the shark shape out. When the tissue paper has dried, peel it off and you will see that the colour from the tissue paper has transferred to the paper underneath. Then lay the shark shape on top and dab black paint through the hole onto the paper behind. Leave it to dry and then remove the shark shape to reveal a shark swimming underwater. What a brilliant picture! Why don't you have a go? And then frame it! Isn't that great? I was just wondering, who should I be today? Oh, a cowboy! Howdy, partners! No, not a cowboy. Oh, hello, a policeman. No, not a policeman. Shiver me timbers, I'll be a pirate. And what does every good pirate need? A parrot.
Hello, Mr. Baker. You're looking lovely today.
Who are me shipmates? I need me some treasure. That gives me an idea.
Fill your treasure chest, me hearties. Try making your very own ancient-looking buried treasure.
Who are? Let's make it. We need some things from the doodle drawers. Come on. Some cardboard box card. Some black paint and some goldy coloured paint. Some white sticky PVA glue. A crab! Ooh, not you, you little nipper. And something round, like a plastic dinner plate.
Now, to make your treasure, like this beautiful looking coin here,
the first thing you need to do is put your plate on top of your cardboard and then draw around it. This gives us a circle, which we need to cut out. But be careful, because scissors are sharp. In fact, this is a bit fiddly, so you might want to ask an adult to help you with this bit. Now it's time to draw your treasure design. And this could be anything you like. It could be a simple pattern, or maybe something you'd see on a coin.
don't forget, if you want to make a simple coin, you could just do a pattern instead.
And there we go. Now it's time for the fun part. It's time to put the glue on. Now, we need to go over all of the drawn lines. So squeeze out the glue slowly and carefully and try to follow the lines as best you can. Ooh, don't worry if the glue splurges a bit. There. And when you're finished, leave it to dry till it's nice and hard. And when it is dry, the glue will be clear like this. And that means it's time to cover your treasure in black paint. You can paint both sides of your treasure like this. And look, now it's nice and dry. It's time to make your treasure look like treasure using golden paint, or you could use silver paint and a secret ingredient. It's a paper towel. Gently scrunch up the paper towel into a ball, then dip it in your goldy paint, and then just rub it across both sides of your treasure. And there you go, me hearties. You got yourself a piece of old ancient treasure. Now where's that chest of mine? Oh, a pirate can never have too much treasure. Arr! Arr! Wow!
Who's the lucky boy then?
I am. Have you ever had one of those moments where you just can't make up your mind what to do? I could try something with paint. I could try something with glue. I could try something with paper. I just can't decide. What to do, eh? What to do? Maybe a change of scenery will help inspire me. Ooh, look at that! But it's far too cold.
Ah, it's the Egyptian desert.
Oh, it's far too hot now. Oh. Wow! Oh, the Wild West! Fantastic! That's made up my mind and given me a great idea. Let's try something.
Try using slots to make a clever cardboard cactus that never needs any watering.
Let's make it. Everything we need will be in the doodle drawers. Some card. Some scissors. Some green paint. A sponge. And a black pen. Whoa! Now, to make a clever cactus, like this one here, first draw around your hand. Like this. And your thumb. So it makes a mitten shape. Now, square off the bottom and cut out this shape. But be careful because scissors are sharp. Ooh. Ooh. Now, take your cut-out mitten shape and draw around it onto another piece of card. And then cut this shape out too. Now, you can always ask an adult to help you if you find this a bit tricky. When you've got your cut-out mitten shapes, you're ready to make your slots so that the pieces fit together like this. Draw a straight line on your first piece in the middle from the bottom up to about halfway. And then on the second piece, draw another line in the middle again, but this time from the top down to halfway. So that's one line up to halfway and one line down to halfway. Now, take your scissors and very carefully cut along both of these lines. Be careful and remember you can always ask an adult to help you with this bit. Now, using a paintbrush or a sponge, put some dark green paint over both of your shapes. Now, you can also use light green paint to add more detail. Oh, don't forget to paint both sides.
And when both the light green and the dark green paint is dry, it looks like this.
This cactus needs spikes, so get your black pen and draw lines all over it. Now for the magic. Slot your pieces together, like this. There, a clever slot cactus that never needs watering. Great for the Wild West. You could try slotting triangles together to make this wigwam. And how about this slot campfire? Let's take a closer look. Oh, Wow, look at this! Fantastic! I love the peace and quiet of the old Wild West! Oh no! Woo! Woo! Oh, that was close, wasn't it? I best get out of here. Oh, phew, that was close. Just about got away with that one. Wow, it's Minute Make time. Come on, everyone. Yes, it's Minute Make time, and this is what we're going to make today. A flappy ear card. Look at that, it's from me. Now, to make one of these, you will need a square of coloured card, 3 white stickers, a pair of scissors, and a black pen. Now, do you think it's possible to make this in just 1 minute?
You're having a laugh.
Well, let's find out. I'm going to have to move very quickly, but don't worry, I'll remind you how to do it at the end. Are you ready? Let's make it in a minute. Start the clock. Right, let's get our square of paper and fold it in half like that there. And then with our scissors, we can cut along the fold.
Be careful.
I'm being careful, Toki. There we go. This will give us 2 smaller triangles. Now, if we fold both corners down like that and like that, we get our 2 flappy ears. Now I'm going to draw a nose and 2 eyes with my black pen onto my white stickers. There's the nose. That's just coloured in completely in black, that one. And then the eyes are 2 dots. There's 1 and there's 2. Right, let's put these on very quickly if we can. There we go. Right, come on then, nose. Here we go. There's our nose. Brilliant. Now we need 1 eye. There's 1 eye. There it is. There. Right. Let's give him a face. There, 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 and there, and there. I've done it.
Only just.
Oh, yeah, that was close. But this ear card is for you, Toki. So I'm going to write my name here. There you go, Toki.
You're too kind.
And if you've got more than a minute, you can make all sorts of flappy cards. This one's a rabbit with big teeth and a little pink nose. And how about this spotty pig with a big snout? Ear cards made in a minute. Why don't you try it? Here's a reminder of how to do it.
Let's go back to the beginning and take another look. Take a square piece of coloured card and fold it in half. Then cut along the fold to make 2 triangle shapes. Fold down the top corners of one of the triangles to make ears. Put on stickers for a nose and eyes. Add details with a black pen and then write your message behind the ear on your ear card.
Why don't you try making it in a minute? Now, take a look at this.
This fantastic underwater picture is made using cardboard and paint, and it looks so good you'll be able to frame it. You will need coloured paint, cardboard strips, coloured paper, glue, a white sticker, a black pen and some scissors. Start by squirting 2 yellow blobs of paint at the bottom of the paper like this. Then dip the cardboard in the paint and drag it along the paper, making wavy patterns. This is going to make the sand. Now do the same again with another piece of cardboard and blue and white paint. This is going to be the sea. Let the white and blue colours mix together. This is all part of the effect. How about some seaweed? Squirt 4 blobs of green paint on top of the yellow sand like this. Now dip the cardboard in the green paint and drag it upwards in a wavy, weedy pattern. Squirt a blob of light green paint in the middle, but this time use the edge of the cardboard to make spiky seaweed. Now, whilst your picture is drying, draw a fish shape on coloured paper. Add some details with a black pen and a white sticker for an eye. Then carefully cut out your fish and glue it in position. An underwater sea picture, and you don't even need a paintbrush.
What a great way of making a really clever picture. Now all that's left to do is frame it.
I like making pictures out of all sorts of things.
It's brilliant when friends pop up out of nowhere to surprise you. I know just what you mean, Mr. Maker. Me too. Ooh, and having all these Mr. Makers pop up at once gives us a great idea. Let's try something.
Try making a pop-up picture that will surprise your friends when they open it.
Let's make it. We'll need some things from the doodle drawers. Some thick paper or some thin card. Some coloured pens and a pencil. A ruler and some scissors. And a glue stick. Oh! Now, to make a pop-up picture like this one here, first we need to fold a thick piece of paper or a thin piece of card in half. And then just pop it to one side and get another piece of card. I put my ruler on the bottom of the page and then draw across that. That should be just about right. Now, you can draw whatever you want to pop up on top of this line. You can choose whatever you like, but as it's nearly my birthday, I'm going to draw a cake. Yeah, ooh, yummy. So let's draw a cake shape on this line. Let's draw the bottom of the cake like this. And it's got a bit of a wiggly line on top of it, like that, because of course, that's the cake's filling, the jam. And then, of course, another layer of sponge. You've got to have another layer of sponge, haven't you? There it goes on top, like that. And this has got a wobbly line on top of it as well, because this is the top of the cake, which is the icing. Oh, yeah. There we go. Let's put plenty of icing on. Let's put some candles on top of the cake. Let's put the cake on a plate. And then put the whole thing on a tabletop. I'll need my ruler for this bit. Draw a line on that side, and then a line on the other side as well. So our cake is on a table. And when you're happy with your picture, you can start colouring it in. Now we need to cut our cake out along the top edge of the table and around the outside of the cake. But be careful when you do this, because scissors are sharp. Careful! Now we're going to fold our cake shape in half, like this. Over it goes. And if we open it up, we get a fold line there. Nice. Now very carefully with our scissors, we need to make a little snip up from the bottom along that line, just a little one. And then if we turn the cake over, we can make some flaps by folding up here and here. Now we can stick our cake into our card that we folded earlier by gluing along these flaps. Open up the card and then stick the cake into the card by putting it in its pop-up position and lining up the folds together like that. And if you then close the card, it'll all stick into place. And when it's dry, you can open it up and ta-da! It's a pop-up picture. Fantastic! There are lots of other ideas you can try too. You could do a boat picture, sailing on a wavy sea. Or maybe even a crazy monster picture with a funny face and lots of teeth. Pop-up pictures, perfect for when you want something to pop up and surprise you. Exactly. Do you know, I couldn't have put that any better myself. Well, it looks like my making time is over, but yours is just beginning. It's time to put all this stuff back in its box. Just look at the weather outside. It's so stormy. Oh, that's it. I'm going on holiday. Time to pack my things. There. I think I've got everything. Oh, I could probably do with somewhere to put all my things, but I haven't got a suitcase. Not yet, anyway. This gives me an idea. Let's make something.
Try making a fantastic box suitcase to keep all of your bits and pieces in.
Let's make it. We'll need some things from the doodle drawers. A cardboard cereal box. Some gloopy PVA glue and some tissue paper. Some paint. Sticky tape and some spongy kitchen cloths. A pencil, a black pen and a silver pen. Ooh. Whoa! Now, we also need a sticky material fastener, and you can get that from an art and craft shop. I'll be back in a tick. I've got it. Here we go. Here is the sticky material fastener. Now, to make a brilliant box suitcase, like this one here, first make 4 holes in the front of your cardboard cereal box with a sharp pencil. Now, you might want to ask an adult to help you with this bit, as it is a bit tricky. Now, we're going to make a hole in all 4 corners. Now, we're going to use these holes to cut 3 lines. That's along here, here, and here. Now, this is going to make the flap of our suitcase. Be careful, though, because scissors are sharp. And again, you might want to ask an adult to help you. Now, find 2 spongy kitchen cloths, like this, and then cut them into 2 strips, like this. There we go. Now, these 2 strips here are going to be the handle and the strap on our suitcase. So, bring the box back in. There it is, and there's our flap. And we're going to stick the handle on top here with some sticky tape. And we're also going to put the strap over here so that it keeps everything inside when the suitcase is closed. Now, to keep the strap closed, you will need a sticky material fastener. Now, that's made up of 2 pieces. There's one rough piece and a smooth piece. Now, if you stick the smooth piece to the rough piece, they stick together. And then you can pull them apart. Look at that, it's magic. So let's stick them on to our suitcase. Okay.
Stick one piece to the suitcase and the other to the strap, like this.
And when they stick together, it'll keep the suitcase closed and everything inside. Look at that. Fantastic. Now we need to cover our suitcase in a layer of tissue paper and a special gloopy mixture that's made up of half gloopy glue and half water. Let's give it a mix and start laying down our pieces of tissue paper. When it's all nice and dry, you can paint it any colour you like. But how about you paint brown squares on the corners and brown on the strap and the handle. You could do orange on the edges and maybe even a nice bright green on the rest of the suitcase. In fact, you can even paint inside the suitcase as well. It's up to you. Well, it's looking really good now, but we can make it look even better by adding some extra detail with a black pen and a silver pen. There! All done! And now your suitcase is ready to carry all of your bits and pieces. And there are lots of box suitcases that you could make. How about one made out of a small cereal box and painted blue and yellow? And this one, it's made from a big cereal box that's painted blue, red and brown. Fantastic! Oh, look! The sun's coming out! I don't need to go on holiday after all! I can just sit back and relax. I've just been outside. It's a lovely day and... Whoa! Someone has been walking painty footprints across my floor. But who is it? Oh, they're very small footprints, so it must be a small creature. And they all lead off in that direction. Let's follow the trail and solve the mystery. Aha! The footprints lead up to this plant pot. So whoever left the footprints is hiding under here. Hello? Who's in there?
No one. Bye.
Spiky, is that you? Spiky's my hedgehog friend.
I'm not here.
Spiky, I know it was you who left the footprint. Don't worry, I'm sure it was an accident.
Oops. Sorry.
Don't worry, Spiky. I can clean it all up again. And you leaving those footprints has given me a great idea. Let's try something.
Try printing prickly spikes to make a spiky picture.
Let's make it. We'll need some things from the doodle drawers. A piece of coloured paper. Some paint. Some pieces of card. And a black pen and a pencil. Oh. Now, to make a spiky picture, like this fantastic spiky fish here, draw a large circle on the paper. Then at one side, draw a tail. Now this is a sort of curved triangle shape. Now you can paint your fish whatever colour you like. This fish is going to be yellow. Now give your fish big lips, like these red ones. Add an extra stripe on the tail. Now for the fun bit. We're going to make the fish's colourful spikes by printing. So take a piece of card and dip one edge into the paint. And then we're going to start printing it across our fish's body. Now it's a good idea to make the spikes a different colour to the body so they really stand out. Here we go. Woohoo! You can do as many spikes as you want, and don't worry if some go over the edges. It all adds to the effect. There's one thing to remember though, make sure you leave enough space for the eyes. When it's dry, you can get yourself another piece of card and start printing spikes again in a different colour. I think white will look great. Let's give it some eyes. We can paint large white circles for eyes at the front of the fish's body, and we can even paint some smaller circles in the water for bubbles. We can make our fish really stand out by adding some details with a black pen. What a great spiky printing picture. And there are lots of other ideas you could try too. How about a porcupine? It's got lots and lots of long spikes. Or you could try a desert picture with a prickly cactus or two. Why don't you have a go at spiky printing? Meanwhile, I suppose I better clear up all of Spiky's painty footprints. But do you know the good thing about living here in my marvellous magical home is that sometimes the housework takes no time at all. Hey, 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 it's Minute Make time! Now, have you ever been stuck for something to wear at a fancy dress party? Well, here's a great problem solver. Ooh, it's a fancy dress headdress that's fun to make. Now, to make one of these, you will need lots and lots of coloured feathers, a plastic jewel, ooh, look at it, some stickers, a glue stick, some sticky tape and a strip of card. Now, this strip of card needs to be able to fit all the way around your head. Now, that's quite tricky to do, so you might want to ask an adult to help you. Now, do you think it's possible to make this in just 1 minute?
You must be joking!
Well, thanks a lot, Toki, but I think I can do it. I'm going to have to be very quick, but don't worry, I'll remind you how to do it at the end. Are you ready? Let's make it in a minute! Start the clock! Right, let's get the strip and start laying out our feathers. Now, you can use whatever colour feathers you like, in whatever order. There we go, put those ones down there. Now I'm going to get the green ones, they look nice. That way, there we go, just line them up. And now I think 2 yellow ones would look nice, either side there. And then how about these ones? Yes, they can go on the end there. Now I need to get a long piece of sticky tape that puts them all in place. There we go, it's very long. Going as quick as I can. Right, here we go. Gonna stick all the feathers down like that. There we go, there we go. Now if I turn that over, I can stick on my jewel into the middle. There we are, bit of glue there. There we go. And now let's put some stickers on. There's a sticker there and a sticker there. I'm running out of time. There we go. And now if I just get a bit of sticky tape, I can fix it in place. I've done it. Look at that. It's a fancy dress headdress.
Only just.
And if you've got more than a minute, there are some other ideas you could try. Oh, very nice. This one's got pipe cleaners and paper details. Oh, and this one's got twigs and leaves. Fancy dress headdresses made in a minute. Why don't you give it a go? Here's a reminder of how to do it.
Let's go back to the beginning and take another look. Get an adult to help measure a strip of card that fits around your head. Arrange feathers along it and tape them into place. Turn it over and stick on some jewels and stickers. Finally, tape the ends together and your fancy dress headdress is complete.
Why don't you try and make it in a minute?
Where is it?
Oh, honestly, where can it be? Oh, have you ever put something in a secret place and then completely forgotten where you've put it? Oh, that's what I've done. Oh. Oh, it's my secret piggy bank that I was saving up all my coins in. Yeah, I'm sure I put it in the doodle drawers somewhere. No, it's not in here. Oh, I was sure that I put my pink piggy bank in those doodle drawers. Here, have you seen it anywhere? It's a pink piggy bank, sort of this colour, and it looks like a pig, sort of like this one, and it holds money, sort of like this one. Hang on a minute. This is my piggy bank. Oh, but how did it get all the way over to these shelves from the doodle drawers? Oh, that is a bit of a mystery. But I tell you what, it gives me a great idea.
A fantastic bookend secret safe to hide your secret arty stuff or favourite toys in.
Let's make it! We'll need some things from the doodle drawers. 2 cardboard cereal boxes, a glue stick, some white and coloured paint, and a black felt tip pen. Whoa! And we also need a few big pebbles, and we can get those from a garden centre. I'll be back in a tick. Here they are. Here are our pebbles. Let's lay them out here. Now, to make your bookend secret safe, to hide your secret stuff inside, you have to get 2 empty cardboard cereal boxes, like this, with flaps on the lid. Now, we're going to cover both of these boxes, including the lids, in white paint. Now, this is a good tip, as it lets us cover everything with coloured paint much easier later on. Once your cereal boxes are dry, it's time to paint them with coloured paint. Now, make sure that you paint on the front, the edge and the back of your box, but don't paint on these edges here, because they're going to be the pages of our books. Oh. Now let's paint this one red and this one blue. Now, for a really great effect, you can use a slightly lighter colour down this side of the book here, which is called the spine. And how about adding a rectangle on the front cover like this? And when both of your boxes are painted and dry, you can use a black pen to add some extra details. How about adding black lines on the white edges for the pages of the books, and some rectangles down the spine and on the front to make it look like a realistic book. Don't they look good? Now we can stick them together. Brilliant! But these are a bit light at the moment, so to keep your books standing on the shelf, pop a couple of pebbles into each box. This will keep your books standing on the shelf and nicely weighed down. Now your bookend secret safe is ready for action. And you can put whatever you want inside it. Maybe your favourite secret toy. Right, come on then, Mr. Dinosaur. In you go. That's it. And close it up, and no one will know where your toy is. Well, no one except you, of course. It's a terrific bookend secret safe. And there are lots of other designs you could try too. How about some small books made out of fun-sized cereal boxes? Or you could make a really big one using very big cereal boxes like this. Fantastic! But it still doesn't solve the puzzle of how my secret piggy bank got all the way from the doodle drawers over to the shelves on his own. Oh well, I guess that will remain a mystery forever. Hello, look what I found in the doodle drawers. Lots and lots of boxes. They're just asking to be made into something fantastic. So, Mr. Box, what are we going to make with you today?
It's up to you.
No, I know, boxes can't really talk, but just imagine if they could. Oh, that gives me an idea. Let's make it! As well as cardboard boxes, we'll need some things from the doodle drawers. Some paint. Some sticky tape and some felt tip pens. Some card. And some fluffy pom-poms. Whoa! Now, to make a box puppet like this one here, Have a look in your kitchen cupboards or in a supermarket for 2 cardboard boxes that are about the same size, like this. There. Now we need to tear the flaps off both of the boxes at one end. Now this is a bit tricky, so you might want to ask an adult to help you. There. When that's done, we can put one box on top of the other and line them up so both of the open ends are together. Now we need to put some bits of sticky tape in here to make a sort of hinge. There we go. Now we can put our fingers into one box and our thumb into the other. And if we lift it up and open and shut it, our box puppet will talk. Hello, I'm a box puppet. Brilliant. Now you can turn your box puppet into anything you like, but I think we should make this one into a donkey. So let's start off by painting this grey. And when it's dry, you can paint the inside of the mouth black. Now it's dry, we can give our donkey some eyes. And when you're drawing eyes, it helps if you draw around something that's round, like the top of a glue stick. And there's 2. Now let's add some droopy eyelids, and we can colour those in with a grey felt tip pen. Now let's add some black circles in the middle for pupils. And our donkey's eyes are ready to cut out. But be careful, because scissors are sharp. Put some glue onto the back of your donkey eyes. And now we can stick these onto 2 fluffy pom-poms like these. There! Look at that, fantastic! Now we can stick these eyes on top of our donkey's head. There! Looking good already, but our donkey needs some big floppy ears. Now to make these ears, we need some more card. And we're going to draw, with a black pen, 2 pointy arch shapes like this. Great! Now we can cut these out very carefully. Then paint them the same colour as your donkey's head. And when your ears are dry, draw a smaller arch inside each one. Now give them a bit of a squeeze to give them some shape. And now we can stick them onto our box puppet. There we go, looking good. But as a finishing touch, our donkey needs some sticky out teeth. Now to make those, we will need a small square of card. And we're going to draw a line down the middle, then make a flap by just bending over a little bit of the edge there. We can put some glue on that edge, and this will fix it inside our donkey's mouth. Push it in there. Perfect. There he is. What do you think? Good, eh? And you can make all sorts of different box puppets. Ooh, how about this dog? Using different coloured pom-poms to make it look like he's got a patch over one eye. Ooh, or a sheep. Cotton wool makes an excellent fleece. Ooh, or look at this lion, using fake fur to make a bushy mane. So why don't you try making 2 boxes talk by making a box head puppet? I was just about to have a bowl of Mr. Maker Flakes. They're the tastiest, flakiest, tasty flaky flakes around. Yeah, they're very tasty, you know. Very tasty indeed. Oh, this box is difficult to open. Oh no, well that's torn it, hasn't it? Oh, that's torn it? Yeah, that's torn it. This gives me a great idea.
Try using torn paper to create terrific patterns.
Let's make it. We'll need some things from the doodle drawers. Some coloured paper. A glue stick. A rubber duck? No, I don't think so. That would be Quackers. Quackers. No, and a silver pen. Whoa! Now, to make your own torn paper pattern, like this one here, you need a big piece of coloured paper. Now, I've got a purple piece here. This is going to be our background. Now we need another piece of paper, a different colour, and we can start tearing all sorts of shapes and sizes. How about a square shape first? And how about another square shape now, but this time with torn strips down the length of it? Almost to the end. It looks a bit like a comb. Now let's get another bit of yellow paper. This one is going to be a spiral. What a great spiral. That's a fantastic shape. Now, let's try another colour. How about, I know, green? Let's tear out a rectangle shape this time. And if we fold this in half, like that, and then tear out a shape from the folded edge, like this, open it up and place it on your paper. Keep going with lots of different pieces of coloured paper. You can make as many tears and shapes as you want to. When you're happy with all your torn pieces, stick them all down with glue. When it's finished, it looks like this. For some more detail, you can draw dots and patterns all over it. This silver pen makes a fantastic effect. Doesn't it look brilliant? And here are some other patterns you can make too. This is made using red, green and yellow paper. And this one is made with yellow, blue and purple paper. Amazing! Clever pictures made by tearing up paper. But now I've got to go back and clear up all those Mr. Maker flakes that I spilt on the floor earlier. Yes, there'll be no more tearing for me today. Oh no, my trousers. Excuse me.
Who's that?
Oh great! It's Minute Make time! And here's what we're going to make today. A clacker drum! It's great fun, look! And to make one, you will need some sticky tape, a pencil, an empty cheese box. Now you need one with a lid, like that. A piece of string. Now that's got to be twice the length of your cheese box. You need a ball of sticky tack and 2 large beads. Now, do you think it's possible to make this in just 1 minute?
No way!
I can't believe you're saying that, Tocky. I think I could do it, although I will have to move very quickly. Don't worry, though. I'll remind you how to do it at the end. Let's make it in a minute!
Stop the clock!
Let's go! Right, let's get our cheese box and a pencil and very carefully push through to make a hole with the pencil. Then get our ball of sticky tack and squidge it in place so the pencil stays firm. Then let's put the lid back on like that and lay our string on top. We can stick that into position with some sticky tape right across the middle. There we go. Now let's get one of our beads and feed it onto one end. There we go. And then tie a knot. There we are. Right, now let's do the same on the other side. There's the other bead, like this. And let's feed it on here. Through it goes, like that. Go on, through you go. There we are, and let's tie a knot on this end as well. And once I've done that...
Get a move on!
I'm going as fast as I can, Tocky. There's the other knot, and I have done it! Woo!
Only just!
Yes, and if you've got more than a minute, you can decorate your clacker drum. Look at this one here. It's got a circle of paper on each side. In fact, you can make all sorts of clacker drums in the same way. Ooh! This one's painted with a swirly pattern. Ho-ho! And look at this brightly coloured clacker drum with lots of beads. Clacker drums made in a minute. Why don't you try and make one? Here's a reminder of how to do it.
Let's go back to the beginning and take another look. Push a hole in the side of a cheese box with a pencil and hold it steady with sticky tack. Put the lid back on and tape the string across the middle. Tie a bead to both ends of the string to finish your clacker drum.
Why don't you try and make it in a minute? Here's a good idea. Find yourself a box like this one here and fill it with lots of cardboard and plastic things that you might normally throw away. You never know when something might come in handy for a really clever make. Like, yes, this empty cardboard kitchen roll tube. It could become... Ooh, a telescope! Ha-ha! Ahoy there, shipmate! Let's set sail for Maker Island! Or this roll could become... a saxophone! Or it could be... Oh, it could be... it could be... Wait a minute. I've just had a great idea. Let's make something.
Make a gigantic pencil case pencil with an old cardboard tube. Perfect for keeping all your pens and pencils inside.
Let's make it. As well as a cardboard tube, we'll need some other things from the doodle drawers. Some paint. Some tissue paper and some gloopy PVA glue. Ooh. A pink sponge and some white paper. And some sticky tape and a black pen. Whoa! Now, to make your very own pencil case, like this one here, it's very useful. Look, you can open it up, pop in your pencils, and then they all stay inside. Fantastic! Now, we need to draw a circle on some white paper that's slightly bigger than our cardboard tube. So we're going to draw it around here. Now, a good tip for doing that is to draw around something that's round, like a small plastic bowl, like this. There we go. A perfect circle. Now, we're going to cut this out, but be careful because scissors are sharp. Next, make a snip in this circle just up to the middle. Now, that's going to be starting here and going up just to about there. Now, this snip will help us curl this circle into a cone shape. Watch, here we go. Now, this is a bit fiddly and slightly tricky, so you might want to ask an adult to help you. There we go. There's our cone. Now we can use some sticky tape to stick it in place. Great. So there is our cone. Now this is going to be the tip on the end of our pencil. So we need to use some sticky tape to stick our cone onto the end of our cardboard tube. Next, we need to cover our pencil shape with a layer of tissue paper. and a very special gloopy mixture, which is made up of half gloopy glue and half water. Let's give it a mix. Now let's cover the whole thing and then leave it to dry. When it's dry, we can paint our pencil. Now you can choose whatever colours you like, but how about we do a yellow pencil with a silver band and a pink rubber on the end. And when the paint is dry, we can add some extra detail with a black pen. That's a point at the end of the pencil, some nice lines running all the way along, and then maybe some rivets at the end holding the rubber in place. Finally, to stop all of our pens and pencils falling out of the other end, we need to draw around the open end of our pencil case onto some pink sponge. There we go. That gives us a lovely, perfect circle. Now we're going to cut this out very carefully, but this is a bit tricky, so you might want to ask an adult to help you with this bit. Now we can pop all of our pens and pencils into the end of our pencil case. Here they go. And get our foam circle, squeeze it in, and it holds everything in place. There, isn't that great? A really handy pencil case. Fantastic. And you can make any sort of pencil case that you like. How about a small pencil case made out of a really short tube? Or how about a really big pencil case made from a really big cardboard tube? Fantastic! Those cardboard tubes just keep getting bigger and bigger. Imagine if there was one even bigger than that. No, that would never happen. Wow! What a knockout! Although I think I'm going to have trouble finding a box big enough to put this in. Hey, hey, hey! It's Minute Maid time! Here's what we're going to make today. A beautiful badge card. And to make a badge card, you will need a circle of card, a peg, a rectangle of card, some glue, a pair of scissors, some glitter and some coloured stickers. Now, do you think it's possible to make this in just 1 minute?
No way!
Really, Tocky? Well, I think I can do it. I will have to be quick though, but don't worry, I'll remind you how to do it at the end. Let's make it in a minute!
Stop the clock!
There we go. Right, let's get our circle of card and glue it onto our peg. Let's put plenty of glue on, there we go. And then stick it on there, like that. Now, Tocky, pick a number.
Number 1!
Number 1, right, OK, I'm going to bring a tray in and then draw a number 1 with my gloopy glue pot. There we go, there's a number 1. And then get some glitter and put glitter all over, like that. There we go, and shake it all over. And then if I shake it off, only the number 1 will stay.
Halfway!
Halfway? Goodness me, right. I better get this rectangle of card and fold it in half like that, and then make 2 snips at the top, here and here. I'm going to fold that strip back, and that's going to help us pin on our badge. That's looking great. Now I can just stick on some stickers to the side like that and try and get as many as I can on. There we go. I think I can get 1 more on up there. I did it!
That was close!
That was close, Tocky, you're right. But I made the badge card, and the best thing about it is that once you've sent it to someone, they can wear the badge as well. And if you've got more than a minute, you can make all sorts of badge cards. This one has a different number. And this one is a really big badge card. Badge cards made in a minute. Why don't you try and make one? Here's a reminder of how to do it.
Let's go back to the beginning and take another look.
Stick the circle of card to the peg, write a number in glue on the card, cover it with glitter, and shake it off to reveal a glittery number. Fold the rectangle of card in half and cut 2 slits to make a flap. Fold it back to make a slot, slide the peg into the slot and add some stickers to finish your badge card. Why don't you try and make it in a minute? Now, take a look at this. This layered boat picture really stands out. It's fun to do and looks so good you'll be able to frame it. You will need coloured card and cardboard squares, a pen, some scissors and a glue stick. Start by drawing the bottom of your boat. It looks good if you use different colours for the different parts of the boat. Draw circles, rectangles and squares to make each of the parts. Then carefully cut them out. Stick them together to make your boat, like this. Now let's make the waves. Draw the first wave on light blue card. Then draw the second, slightly bigger wave on medium blue card, like this. And lastly, draw a third, even bigger wave on dark blue card. Carefully cut out all of your wave shapes. Use cardboard squares to make the different layers in your picture stand out. The more you want your picture to stand out, the more cardboard squares you should use. Stick them to the back of your boat and do the same along each of the waves. Now use another piece of card for your background and stick on your dark blue waves by lining up the corners. Then stick the medium blue waves on top in the same way. And finally do the same with the light blue waves. Last of all, tuck your boat under the dark blue waves and stick it into place, just like this. Look, the layers really help your picture stand out. What a brilliant picture! Why don't you have a go? And then frame it! Isn't that great? Ooh. Ha-ha! There you be! What? What is it? What? Huh? Oh, no! Oh, dear. There! Now, what does every good pirate need? Treasure! And my treasure's made out of chocolate. Now, where did I put it? Hang on. Hoo-ar! 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 Ooh! Oh, no! I put my chocolate treasure in my pocket and now it's melted. Oh. Ooh. This gives me an idea, though. Let's make something! Let's make it! We'll need some things from the doodle drawers! Some paint, some paintbrushes and a white pencil. A box with a flip-up lid. Some pasta and some gloopy PVA glue and some coloured paper and a black pen. Whoa! Now, to make your pirate-shaped treasure chest, like this one here, we need to get our box and cover it completely in light brown paint. And when it's dry, we can stick pasta hair all over the top of it, like this. So take your pasta, dip it into the gloopy glue, and then just stick it on the top. There we go. Fantastic. You can do any hairstyle you like. Now, to make your pirate ears, we need a piece of paper that's the same colour as your painted box. So let's have a look. Ah, yes. Now we need to fold it in half. There we go. and we're going to draw our ear shape starting at the open edge of the fold. There. Let's start off with a rectangle. There we go. And now let's draw the ear shape. Let's add some extra details. Now we can cut this out, but be careful because scissors are sharp. Oh, yeah. Unfold the paper to give you two ear shapes. Now, if we fold along this rectangle here, it will give us a flap, like that. Brilliant! Let's put on some gloopy glue and then stick it to the side of our box. Now you're ready to draw your pirate's face. This pirate is going to have an eye patch and some stubble. And how about a pirate's hat, like this? Get a piece of black paper and fold it in half. There we go. And then we're going to draw a hat shape with a white pencil, but making sure that the top of the hat touches the fold. Right, here we go. Perfect. Now we're going to cut this shape out very carefully, but make sure that you don't cut along the fold because we want the two pieces to stay together this time. Now we can add some details with white paint. You could paint a white eye, some teeth, and even a skull and crossbone on the hat. And when it's all dry, open up your hat and stick it on top of the pasta hair with gloopy glue. And there you have it, your very own pirate treasure chest. Ooh-ar! And you can try all sorts of designs. How about a long-haired pirate with woolly hair? Or even an old pirate with cotton wool hair and a cotton wool moustache. All that's missing now is the treasure. Ooh, hey, let's have a look. Oh, nice. All right, keep your pirate hat on. Hey. Aye, me hearties. My name is Captain Baker. Not really. It's me. I was just trying on one of my fancy dress hats. Did I fool you? Oh, no. Oh. Well, never mind. Have a look at the rest of my hats. I can pretend to be a prince. Bring me my jewels. Ooh, very nice. Or I could pretend to be a chef. Ooh, wait a minute. I think I've just cooked up a fantastic idea. Let's make something.
Why not make a delicious-looking pretend pizza? Tasty.
Let's make it. We'll need some things from the doodle drawers. 2 pieces of cardboard, an old newspaper and a pencil. Some sticky tape and some gloopy PVA glue. A large plate and some tissue paper. And some paint. Whoa! Hey, now to make your very own pretend pizza, like this one here, you need to start with a nice piece of large cardboard like this, and we're going to make the pizza base. So let's draw around something that's round like this plate. That should give us a nice circle shape, which is our pizza base. Now we're going to cut this out, but be careful because scissors are sharp. Ooh. Now this is a bit tricky, so you might want to ask an adult to help you. Next, we're going to make the pizza's crust. That's this bit around the edge here. And for that, we need a sheet of newspaper. And we're going to roll it up like this. And then twist it like this. There we go. And we're going to bring our base back in and bend and stick it around the edge to make the crust like this. Now, as you can see, you're going to need more than one piece of newspaper to make sure that your crust fits all the way around your circle shape. Let's stick it on. There's the pizza's crust. But now it's time for the tasty toppings. Oh, you can put whatever toppings you like on your pizza. How about pepperoni slices? So let's get another piece of card, like this. And once again, draw around something that's round, like this roll of sticky tape. And how about we also draw some oval olives? Oh yes, very tasty. You can even add some pieces of ham and green peppers, which are just strips of card and squares of card. Now very carefully cut all of your pieces out. Once you've cut out lots of toppings, use gloopy glue to stick them onto your pizza base. Now we need to make a special gloopy mixture. That's half gloopy glue and half water. Let's give it a mix. And spread this gloopy mixture all over the pizza. Now we can add a layer of ripped up pieces of tissue paper on top. Now this doesn't have to be neat. And when you've finished, you can even add another layer of the gloopy mixture to make sure it's all stuck down. When it's dry, all that's left to do is paint it. Start by painting the pizza crust first, which is a light brown colour. Then add red paint for the tomato sauce and some yellow on top for cheese. Last of all, paint your tasty toppings. Let's get painting. Remember to start with the brown crust. And there you have it, your very own pretend pizza. But you don't just have to stop there. You can make all sorts of pizzas, adding lots and lots of lovely toppings. This is a ham and pineapple pizza. It's made by using different sized chunks of yellow and pink painted cardboard. Or why not try making just a slice of mushroom pizza? Even the pieces of mushroom are made from cardboard. So why don't you try making a pretend pizza and become a chef like me? Hey, it's Minute Make Time! It's Minute Make Time, and here's what we're going to make today. It's a jazzy spinner. Whoa, look at it go! Whoa, it's made me a bit dizzy. Now, to make a jazzy spinner, you will need a sharp pencil, a ball of modelling clay, a glue stick, a round lid from a cardboard cheese box like that, and also a circle of tissue paper that fits on top, some glitter, and some stick-on jewels that you can get from an art and craft shop. I'll be back in a tick. I've got them. There we go. There are our jewels. Now, do you think it's possible to make this in just 1 minute? Well, let's find out. I'm going to have to be very quick. But don't worry, I'll remind you how to do it at the end. And you can help at home by cheering along. Here we go, everyone. Let's make it in a minute. Start the clock. Right, the first thing to do is to glue our tissue circle on top of our lid. So put plenty of glue on there with the glue stick and then stick the tissue paper circle on top. There we go, that looks nice. And now let's put glue all around the edge of our lid. Put plenty on. This can be a bit messy, but you've got to get lots on. That's it, there we go, all the way round, because this is going to have glitter put on it. Here we go, so let's get our plate of glitter and roll it in. There we go, oh, that's looking good. There we go, round and round it goes. Get plenty of glitter on, that's looking good. Okay, let's move that. Now we need to put on our jewels. Oh, not long to go now. Here we go, let's put all 4 on. There's one there, and now we need to put our pencil in. So for that, we put our modelling clay underneath and very carefully push the pencil through. I've done it! Whoa, look at it go! Jazzy spinners made in a minute. There are lots of other types you could try too. This one's covered in lots of shiny stars. And this one's got a glittery spiral on it. Why don't you give it a go? Here's a reminder of how to do it. So why don't you try and make it in a minute? Right, very nice. Don't mind me, I'm just doing some drawing. There, what do you think? Hey, hey. You can't see anything? Oh, well maybe I'll try a different finger. Here we go. There, it's a square. Fantastic. Let's do another one. It's a circle! Hey! One more now. Ah, wonderful! A triangle! I love shapes, and this shape has given me a great idea. Let's try something. Try making this terrific triangle picture. It looks great and it's so easy to do. Let's make it. We'll need some things from the doodle drawers. A large and small piece of card. A pencil and a pair of scissors. Some chalk pastels. And a ball of modelling clay. Whoa! Now, to make a triangle pattern picture like this one here, you have to start by getting a small piece of card like this and drawing on a triangle shape. There. Now we need to cut this triangle out, and here's how to do it. Now, you might want to ask an adult to help you with this bit because it's a bit tricky. Get a ball of modelling clay and put it underneath the triangle like that, and then get a sharp pencil and very carefully push through the card into the clay. Now we take out our pencil like that, remove the clay, and we're left with a hole in our triangle. This will help us cut out our triangle shape very carefully, but remember, scissors are sharp. Oh, yeah. Now we have a piece of card with a triangle-shaped hole in the middle. This is called a stencil, and we can use it to draw inside. Watch this. Get a piece of paper or card like that, and then put your stencil on top. Then get yourself a chalk pastel and colour inside the stencil shape. There we go. Let's put the chalk pastel down, take off our stencil, and look at that. If we blow off the extra dust, Wow, look at that. It's a triangle. Let's do another one, but this time in a different colour. Let's lift off the stencil very carefully and give it a blow. There! What a great effect! And you can do as many as you like. That's great. But how about adding just an outline of a triangle, like this? Now to do that, take your pastel and draw just along the edge of the stencil. And give it a blow. Fantastic! Do another one in a different colour. In fact, you can do as many as you want. What a great idea! Why don't you have a go? But you don't just have to make a triangle. Oh no, you can make a stencil out of any shape. How about a circle? Or a square? Or a rectangle? It's up to you. Triangles, circles, squares and rectangles. Now that is a big bug. Come on then, come on, in you get, come on, in you get. That's it. There, that's better. This gives me an idea.
Have fun with a hilarious bug in a box that will surprise your friends.
Let's make it. You'll need a washing up glove and some other things from the doodle drawers. A small cardboard box with a lid. Some modelling clay. Some felt tip pens. Some paper and some tissue paper. And some glue and some scissors. Whoa! Now, to make your bug in a box, like this one here, first take your ball of modelling clay and place your small cardboard box on top. Hold it in position and then carefully get your sharp pencil and push through the box into the modelling clay. Now this makes a hole. Oh, look, there you go. Let's move the clay to the side and the pencil. And now take our scissors and very carefully make our hole bigger. Remember to be very careful with scissors because they're sharp. There. Now, you need to make your hole big enough to fit your finger through. Like that. There. Just right. Now, let's get our rubber glove and very carefully, again, with our scissors, cut one of the fingers off the glove. There. Now make 2 slits, one on each side. There's one. And there's 2. Now, if I put this on my finger, it's ready to colour in.
I'm doing this bug green.
There, looking good, but I think it needs some dark green spots. There, a lovely, gorgeous, beautiful bug colour. Now, I think he needs some eyes. So, let's draw some shapes on our white paper, like this. And then carefully cut them out. Now, stick on your eyes like this. There we go. And now you're ready to put your bug in your box. Right, let's feed him in. There he goes. And then stick him in place with some sticky tape. There. And now for a finishing touch, you can add some tissue paper around the side. There. And now you're ready to have fun. Boom! You've made a bug in a box. Woo! You've made a stripy bug by giving your bug coloured stripes. Woo! Or a scary bug by giving him a mouth with fangs. Whoa. You again. I won't be long. I'm just checking my hair in the mirror. Right. There. What do you think? Yeah, what are you laughing at? My hairstyle isn't that funny, you know. I've had much sillier haircuts than this in the past. Oh, yes. There was my crazy red hairstyle. Oh, that one rocked. I even tried growing it really long, but it just kept getting in my way. So that's why I settled on this spiky hairstyle, but I always have to make sure it looks its best. From the front, from the side, from the other side, and of course, from up above. There, perfect. Yeah, and you look great at home too. Yeah. All this looking around has given me a great idea. Let's try something. Oh, let's make it! It's a great idea. Get it? Idea. No? All right. Let's get some things from the doodle drawers. A thin piece of white card and some strips of it too. Some coloured pens and a pencil. Some scissors and some sticky tape. And a ball of modelling clay. Whoa! Now, to make a sliding eyes picture like this one here, draw a simple face onto a piece of thin card. Make sure you draw the eyes nice and big. And when you're happy with your picture, colour it in with felt tip pens. Now we need to cut out the eye holes, and for this we'll need a ball of modelling clay. Put the modelling clay underneath one of the eyes, and then very carefully with a sharp pencil, push through to make a hole. Now do the same on the other eye. There we go. Now we need to cut these eye holes out, and for that we need our scissors. Now be careful because scissors are very sharp. Ooh, ooh, careful. Now take a strip of white card and slide it behind the eyes. There we go. But make sure there's a little piece of the strip sticking out at the end. Now, holding everything together, turn it over and get two smaller strips and stick those either side of the long strip like this to hold it in position. Make sure that your long strip can still move from side to side like this. And if you find this tricky, get an adult to help you. Now, let's turn the whole thing over. There we go. And draw some eyes onto our card. There! Now we can slide our eyes however we want. And why not try some other ideas with different pictures? You could draw a queen with sliding eyes. Or even a creepy spider with googly eyes.